We are live on YouTube. Joshua, you can take a practice of your, what is that, PPT? The one going behind you, is that your wife?
Yeah.
Huh?
She's giving me coffee.
No, behind you something yellow, a lady I saw
Yeah.
passing.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I want to meet her.
Yeah. You want the presentation? You want me to send it by WhatsApp or what?
No, don't share it. You can just share and see that it's moving well.
Okay.
Take a practice, that's it.
Yeah, I think it's working. Right? Can you all see
Yes,
this?
it's moving.
Yeah.
Yes, full screen and moving.
Yeah. Okay, that's nice.
Okay,
Is
2 more minutes.
my voice loud and clear, man?
Voice is louder. And where from the light is coming for you? It's video is fine. Your video is fine.
Ah,
Video is fine, but you can be little loud.
a bit. Is it now clear?
Now it's okay. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just hold the microphone like this. I think that should be
No,
done.
I think otherwise it is fine in case if the
I
participant
think
puts
if you
any.
hold it, no, it will be difficult for you.
Yeah, no need to
Yeah,
hold.
yes.
It's fine. It's fine. Your voice is fine.
Yeah.
So 2 more minutes. One minute, and when it is, I think, exactly 6 o'clock, I will start the webinar.
Yes, ma'am.
I think Bhaskar sir, Dr. Kannan, you can keep your video on. When I start, I will show the entire panel to the participants. Then I will put it on speaker mode. So they will know who are the people working behind the program.
I've done. Thank you, madam. I've done.
Okay. Ma'am, your team member, if you know them, you can ask them to keep the video on. You see other people there? Smiley madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Just
Ma'am, I couldn't hear you.
Video on panna solunga. Starting time, I'll show the panel to the participants.
Okay, fine.
You can
Okay,
request
dear faculty members from management department, those who are in panelists, kindly switch on the camera. Those who are in panelists, Saida ma'am can switch on your camera. Thank you for joining us. Our CEO has joined, our university chief.
It's nice. Hello, ma'am.
Kannan sir, you can switch on your camera. Pushpa
Okay,
ma'am,
it's 6
Monica,
o'clock.
Bhuvaneshwari, you can switch on the camera.
Yes, it's 6 o'clock. I'm starting.
Okay.
So we are live. You can start, ma'am.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yes, the number is increasing, shooting up. So please, you can start.
Can I start, ma'am?
Yes.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to day 3 of our International Faculty Development Program on Ethics in Higher Education. It is truly an honor to have you all join us today as we dive into the crucial topic of digital ethics and technology in education, a theme that has never been more timely. As technology becomes an ever-present force in educational landscape worldwide, it's vital that we examine the ethical considerations and responsibilities that come with integrating digital tools and innovations into higher education. In this session, we will explore the intersection of technology, ethics, and pedagogy, and how we as educators can harness the power of digital advancement while staying rooted in ethical principles. We are thrilled to have a distinguished guest with us to lead today's session. Dr. Joshua George, a seasoned professional whose work in higher education spans more than 25 years. Dr. George is an expert in academic management, quality assurance, curriculum design, and international collaboration. Over the years, he has held significant leadership roles, including Head of Quality Assurance at Stamford College, Malaysia, Quality Assurance Specialist with Interserve Learning and Employment, covering United Kingdom and Saudi Arabia, and Associate Director for International Rankings and Accreditation at Watson University in India. Currently, Dr. George serves as the Executive Chief Officer of Deshbro Biosciences in India, where his leadership experience in academia is helping drive organizational growth and innovation. With an MBA from Andhra University and a PhD from the International Graduate School of Theology, Dr. George blends academic depth with practical experience. In addition to his leadership in quality assurance and curriculum innovation, Dr. George has authored multiple works in the fields of education, AI, and curriculum development. He is also a proud recipient of the Advanced Communicator Gold Award from Toastmasters International, further demonstrating his commitment to effective communication and empowering others to achieve excellence. Dr. George's passion for empowering institutions and individuals through quality education and transformative practices is a driving force behind his work. We are fortunate to have him here today to share his invaluable insights and experience in addressing the critical ethical issue surrounding the role of digital technologies in education. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Joshua George to our session today. Welcome you, sir. The platform is yours, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Smiley, and thanks to the Globe Ethics, especially Ms. Rajula, and all the participants for inviting me today. It's always a pleasure to talk to the fellow academic people, because being an academic myself for almost 29 years, so it's like meeting friends kind of thing. So it's a privilege to meet all of you, and we will have a wonderful session today. And I always like to, whenever I deal with artificial intelligence, I always like to have a meaningful discussion towards the end, because as academic people, we should be aware about a lot of things that are happening in the industry and how, as academics, we can handle them, that sort of thing. So, shall I start the presentation, Dr. Smiley?
Yeah, yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Okay. Can you all see the screen, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir, Bhaskar sir, is my voice audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sure, sir. It's correct, sir. It's
Okay.
okay.
Today, the topic is digital ethics and technology in education. this is a very, very wide topic. So I had to squeeze it into a 1 hour session. It's quite a bit challenging, but I think I'll try to cover as much as possible. So in some instances, I'll be just rushing because I just want to just highlight a few things, but not go much into depth. But some of the issues I'll be handling in depth. So this is going to be the structure for today's session. So let's dive into the statistics about artificial intelligence because all of us have to know what exactly is happening in the world. AI. See, AI is a buzzword now. Everybody, like everyone who talks about any technology, they always talk about AI, 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 AI. So it became like a buzzword, and a lot of people know what is AI, and some people don't know what's AI. And AI is very, very in it's permeated into the higher education. And so, what exactly is happening in the world, and what are the things we should know? I'll be just highlighting a few things. So, according to statistics, 86% of the students are using AI globally. I've seen even in the remote parts of the world, I've seen people using ChatGPT, DeepSeek, these sort of things. In USA, 50%, 51% of the students are using generative AI like ChatGPT, and the the people who use AI most are in the age groups of 14 and 22. So it's high school and college kind of graduate, the student community. So mostly people use ChatGPT and Grammarly. Mm. So these are the two areas which are used extensively throughout the world. You have to remember something. I'm only quoting the statistics of AI tools used in higher education institutions. I'm not talking about the tools the students use at home. Okay, two different things. Okay, so bear that in mind. So there's a exponential increase in the number of students who are using AI in the last 1 year. It's jumped from 53% to 88% this year. So this is a huge jump in the usage of AI tools. When the students are asked what exactly provoked them or inspired them to use AI, most of them said it's like it saves a lot of time, which is true. It saves a lot of time. And also it increases the quality of the work. Just recently, I had a chance to talk to one principal of Delhi Public School. Delhi Public School runs CBSE programs up to plus 2, so 12th standard. And that principal, actually, she's not very well versed with all this technology and AI tools. She told me, how come my students suddenly became like Shakespeare's? Like they're coming up with wonderful works, and the literature they're using is like awesome, like at a Shakespeare level and all. Then I told her, "Do you know about some of the AI tools which the students use?" And she's not totally not aware. So actually, as an academics, we should be one step ahead of the students. Always, I tell this every time to the teaching faculty. We should be one step ahead of the student. Then only you can discern and how you're going to assess the student. That's really, really important. So quality is one of the things. You can just feed nonsense into AI and it can come up with some very beautiful text. That's the advantage of using AI. And 50% of the students said, yeah, the quality of work has improved. And some of the students who are not very excited about using AI, they said, oh, they are accused of cheating. Okay, and AI also gives a lot of false information. Uh, I had my own experience, last year. My boss called me and asked me to get me some, because I'm into ranking and accreditations. So he asked me to get some deadlines for some rankings. And he said, I want it urgently. I want it urgently. So I tried to open the websites, and the websites are not working. So I used ChatGPT to find out. And ChatGPT gave me some dates. And I thought they were very accurate. But somehow, before giving it to my boss, I just wanted to make sure. And I called up somebody else. And they told me that the dates are different. So there is every possibility that this AI or generative AI may not give us accurate information. This is going to put off a lot of students because they find that the information may not be accurate. China is leading the world with AI education. This is a bit surprising. We always think it's Western countries, but it's China. Because students, 80% of the students are really, really excited and that inspired to use AI. When compared to US and UK, the Chinese are a bit in the forefront. Okay, I don't have statistics about India. That's why I could not put it there because this review was done by MIT Technology. Then, what are the students using this for? Getting information, of course, brainstorming, making pictures or images, and creating sound or music, creating code, which is actually at a lower end. Most of the students use it for getting information and brainstorming. This is basically what they use it for. Even the industry has jumped into this. Every day we hear that thousands of people have been laid off from their jobs. That's because 70%, 78% of the businesses, they are promoting a lot of AI skills. Then even in LinkedIn, you can see a huge jump where students, like when they ask what are the skills you have, a lot of people mention ChatGPT and prompt engineering because they are seeking jobs, and these are the skills that stand out, make them stand out. That's the thing. At the same time, because due to the usage of AI globally, 33% of students are facing accusations related to excessive usage of AI and plagiarism. So this is the downside of the AI. Now, Economic Graph has posted this. They say 66% of the industry leaders said they are not going to hire anyone without AI literacy skills. 66%, that's a huge number. So the students are required to have AI literacy skills. Then by 2034, the AI market is expected to reach $112.3 billion. This is a big number. So these are all the coming impact of AI. There is also an exponential increase in the usage of AI, like for example, ChatGPT 66%, Grammarly 25%, and this one Microsoft Copilot 25%. And there is also, people are using LMSs, learning management systems, then video conferencing, AI tutors. Okay, some of the universities are using AI tutors. Then a lot of people have WatchSafed expressed that their learning efficiency has increased. 88.52% of the respondents, they said, yeah, the way they learned has increased. Now, I don't know how many. I actually don't have Bhaskar sir. I don't have the breakup of your faculty. But recently, you know what happened? We went to um, Sri Lanka to give a talk to one of the two universities, two very big universities, and that universities, because Sri Lanka being a Buddhist country, I saw the Buddhist monks who attended the talks. first I was a bit taken aback, to see the Buddhist monks in the crowd. Then I came to know that they teach Buddhism, Buddhist philosophy ideology there, and they are very interested to know how they can use AI in their teaching methodologies. So AI is not just limited to engineering or any other field; it's related to everyone. Whether you're teaching languages, for example, you're teaching Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, whatever it is, or English, or you're teaching sciences, social studies, Hindi, anything. AI is there, so it is almost mandatory for the teaching faculty to know what exactly is this technology. I listed the very commonly used AI tools by students. Okay, this is only just for your information because you should know what are the tools that. Of course, there are thousands and thousands of AI tools, but these are the ones which are commonly used globally. Of course, ChatGPT. Everybody knows ChatGPT, and Grammarly, Notion, Ask Cody, Editor, Tutor AI, Otter, Dali, Quillbot, Gemini, Google Gemini, then Quick Resume, Exam AI, Menco. Then you also have Claude, DeepSeek, then this one, Tesla's, that Elon Musk's Grok. Okay, so I tested all those things. I didn't test everything, but I tested ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Grok, Claude, then Gemini, and these things. And for teachers, I found that Claude is a bit more specific when you compare with other. Even Grok is also okay, but Claude is much more specific to use. So just keep in mind that these are the tools that are very commonly used by the students in higher education, so that if you want to try out these things, you can try it out. Okay. Most commonly used are ChatGPT, Grammarly, and Microsoft Copilot, and Editor. Editor is another one which a lot of research students use. So you can keep that in mind. Google Gemini is also good, but the usage is not that much when you compare with ChatGPT. Now, let me go to some of the ethical concerns that will arise out of this. Is the main concern which we all have to be uh, aware of. There is already a digital divide. It is like we created two groups of people in the world among the student community. One is the technical haves, the other one is technical have-nots. So this is a big problem, big gap. There is a digital divide. Then people who have access to technology are well versed, and people who do not will be left behind. So the problem with this is the people in the developed countries, the first world countries, have a better advantage than people in the third world countries, especially Africa. These are the countries that can be left behind. Digital divide is one, and also within the digital divide, uh, students on the STEM courses and health courses. So, and also students who are socioeconomically strong, that means who are rich and affluent from affluent families, they have more advantage than the students from the other disciplines, because these students use technology more than students from taking other courses. So they are more well versed, and they know how to use technology better. This is from the Student Generative AI survey conducted in 2025. Then also there is an internet problem. 21% of students lack reliable internet at home. Currently, I'm talking to you from my house. Today, I came early from the office. The reason being, I work in an industrial area. It's a biosciences firm, and actually industrial areas must have very good infrastructure, where that means the electricity must be 24 hours. Then the internet must be really good. The connectivity must be really good and all. But unfortunately, in Hyderabad, this is just the opposite. We face a lot of power outages every day, and the internet sometimes it just goes off. So that's the reason why today I became a bit early just for this talk, because I cannot depend on the internet connection in the office. So within a big city like Hyderabad, we are having this problem of internet connectivity. Can you imagine the students how efficient, how effective it is for them? So in some other country, in city like Hyderabad, you're having this problem. How about rural areas? So whereas in developed countries, the internet connection is really, really good. I worked in New Zealand as a lecturer before, many years back, and those many years back, and the internet connection was really good during the time. I could, with a click, everything used to open. Okay, so the developed countries have better infrastructure when compared to us. So this creates a little bit of digital divide. Um, there are also language and cultural barriers in digital platforms. See, most of the tools, and these come, the default language is English, and they're developed keeping in mind the English speaking community. This will create a disadvantage for some of the languages. I actually don't remember how many languages are there in the world. Somebody told me it's 4,500 or something, right? Kanan sir? Kanan sir, how many languages are there? I think 4,500, right? In the world.
Uh, Sir, not known exactly, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
We cannot find out,
Yeah.
because even India itself, we
Yeah.
have each state have different languages.
Yes.
Different languages we are
More than
speaking.
7,000 worldwide.
More than 7,000. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of languages don't have any script. They don't have a script. They just talk, or they just make sounds. Like in Africa, tribal people, they just talk with some click sounds. They don't have a proper script. So uh, they have to rely on English language mostly. That is the advantage Indians we have, because most of us can speak English. Most of our kids can speak English. So that's the reason why we are leading in the IT field, because because we can speak English. Whereas the same is not it's not the same for people in the other countries. A lot of people in third world countries, they cannot speak English, and these platforms are not developed in their own language, so they are at a disadvantage. So another the most very what do you call that? Uh, this is like the biggest problem with AI is the current workforce losing their jobs. Now, recently I just a couple of months back, I posted something on my Facebook. I said the educators, most of the educators, we are teaching the students, or the students are learning something for which they cannot get any jobs. Most of the students who are going to graduate in the coming years, they may not get any jobs if they're studying, for example, architecture or civil engineering or mechanical engineering or banking and finance. There won't be any jobs for that. So we are training students for in a field where they may not get any jobs. So this is a big problem for the academic educational institutions. So the Forbes said by 2030, 300 million people may be displaced from their jobs, current jobs. And of course, this AI is going to add 15 trillion to global GDP, which is quite good. But then again, a lot of people may lose their jobs. This is already every day, especially Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune. These three cities are the cities with a lot of IT people. Our economy here in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Pune is mostly dependent on the IT sector, because you take real estate, for example. Most of the apartments or houses are purchased by the IT people. IT people, they don't cook, they eat outside, so restaurants flourish, curry points, okay, then the bars, whatever it is, all these are flourishing just because of the IT people. And now they're losing jobs in thousands every day. So in Hyderabad itself, there are 85,000 units which are not sold. Nobody's buying them, brand new units, because the IT people are scared to buy. So 85,000. So the property prices have been dropping drastically in most of the cities. And by next year or the year 2027, so it's going to have a very profound effect on the economy of these three cities. So I can see now a lot of people are leaving Hyderabad already. They're going back to the hometowns. They're selling everything, starting some farming, agriculture. They're going into agriculture because they know there won't be any jobs in the IT sector. So this is the reality that's happening, and it will have a very profound effect on the economy in next 2 years, 2 to 3 years. So this is an area of concern for not only for the country, even for the academic people, because until 2020, if you look at the admission rates, if there are 100 people joining in a university, 75% of them take up, or at least 60% of them take up IT programs, IT courses, computer science and IT related programs. 40%, I'm talking about engineering colleges, sorry, I'm talking about engineering colleges. 40% of them take up other ECE or civil engineering or mechanical engineering or any other field. But 60 to 70% always take up computer science. Now, there's a huge drop in the intakes of computer science. 2024, the IIT grads in India, IIT grads in India, 15% of them did not get the jobs, were unemployed. 2024 batch. 2025 graduates, I don't have the statistics, but looks like there are more than that because I work in a company, and whenever I call for interviews, people from IITs and IIMs will be applying for the jobs, for a lower pay. So this is the current job scenario. So we have to, the reason I'm not trying to scare you or, inject any negative thinking into you. What I'm trying to tell is we as academics should know what's happening in the market, and we have to redefine ourselves. We have to keep on reinventing our programs and ourselves, our skills as well. Otherwise, most of the universities and colleges may lose their student population in another coming 5 years. There may be new business models that are coming. Unfortunately, I don't have time to talk about new technologies, but the this one quantum computing, then blockchain technology can totally transform the education sector. Whenever I say blockchain technology, you'll always remember about the ledgers in the banking sector and all these things, or you'll be thinking about bitcoins and all. But even in academics, blockchain may play a very major role in student records and everything. And quantum computing, see, whatever we are seeing in AI is just the tip of the iceberg. Once quantum computing becomes a reality, there'll be a total transformation in the society. They say by 2027, the quantum computing will become a reality. If it becomes a reality, the computing capacity of this AI or things will exponentially increase by almost 1,000 times. So there won't be lag, lag, right? Most of you know lag. Lag is the delay in the information. See, you send an information and you get a response. There's a delay. That's called a lag. You won't have any lag anymore. It will be just microseconds. Within microseconds, the information is processed and action is taken. So the AI machines will be 1,000 times faster than they are now. So, and that's going to be an area of concern for higher academic people. So you ask me why. Okay, I'll tell you why. Do you know one profession where AI can replace very easily? Anybody can tell me what's one profession AI can replace very easily? It's teaching. Kannan sir, right?
Yes, sir. In
Yeah.
teaching.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What you said
Teaching.
is correct.
In 2024, sorry, 2023 or 24, I don't remember, Anna University has developed a robot called Muller. Okay, you know what they did? They fed all the information related to mechanical engineering to Muller, right from the basics to the very advanced level. And Muller can answer each and every question without any delay. You ask a question, you ask it's a problem, it can give you the solution. This 2 years back technology, you know. So currently we have models which are far, far, far developed. And China is the country we need to watch out because China want to capture the market. So they know that teaching is the area where they can really capture. There are two areas they capture the market. One is teaching, the other one is what do you call that? Houseworks, maids. Okay. If let's say you get uh, this AI robot, okay, for 2 lakhs or 5 lakh rupees. It can do all your cleaning works, your household works, you know. I think all of us will, you take a bank loan and buy that first, right? We'll jump in because in cities, it's very difficult to get maids, helpers. So they're very forward thinking Chinese people. They're trying to develop these sort of things. The other one is teachers. They're trying to develop AI teachers. And with quantum computing, with one single AI machine, you can feed a lot of information. Literally, you cannot even imagine how much information you can feed into one AI with quantum computing and also with nanotechnology, because nanobots are very, very small. Okay, this much size of nanobot, you can almost store information of one laptop or two laptops, you know. So that's the amount of information you can store there. So it's beyond our imagination what's going to happen. So I'm not going to scare you, but academic people have to realize that we are the profession which is at a bit of risk in the coming years. Because if you are I just now, Dr. Smiley Madam told me that there is a CEO, the CEO there. If I were a CEO and I have to employ 10 artificial intelligent machines, I will do that because it saves a lot of cost for me, right? And the AI machine doesn't take annual leaves, medical leaves, okay? Right? Right? So if I because a CEO thinks in a business way, okay, his mindset will be different than the normal people. So every CEO thinks like that. They'll see how much cost, how much they can save, and uh, and the AI can work better. And now they are introducing empathy and sympathy into AI as well. So it just behaves like us. It talks like us, and even the skin. Previously, they used to have the synthetic type of, the plastic type of thing. Now they're developing new exterior features, which if you touch, they have same sensory points like ours. Okay, they can feel the senses. Those are the type of models they are releasing. They say, you know what they're telling? Oh, these models are very useful in remote areas, war-torn area where there's war and teachers won't go to teach. But eventually, it will come into each and every university, college, school, and it may replace all of us. You know, this is the threat that the teachers have. And workforce. See, we are producing a lot of students. These students eventually have to go and work in the industry, but nearly they say 170 more than 300 million jobs will be lost. Elon Musk himself was telling this time and time and time again. He said a lot of people are going to lose their jobs, and he asked one question. You know what he asked? All these guys are losing their jobs. What will be their psychological state? See, a person like me, if I lose my job, I'll sit at home and reevaluate myself, or I will go into depression and think I am useless. Right? There are two things. Either I'll try to reevaluate and redefine myself, or that means upskill or reskill, or I'll just go into depression and I may commit suicide. So the suicide rates can exponentially increase in the coming years because of AI replacing the workforce. But this is still hypothetical, because I'll tell you, when internet first came, I'm from an era where there was no internet. And I was studying in my high school, there was no internet. When I came to college, the internet was there. So I know the era before internet and after internet. When internet came, a lot of people said, "Oh, a lot of people are going to lose their jobs and all this stuff." Yeah, people lost their jobs. True. But eventually they ventured into another area. They found jobs elsewhere. So there is a possibility that new jobs will be created. So don't be scared that we'll lose the jobs. Yeah, new jobs will be there all the time. But only thing is you have to compete with the artificial intelligence. Then there is a huge increase in plagiarism. Plagiarism, you cannot imagine how many articles are published. 95% of the students have admitted that they're cheating on tests and homework. I go to class observations. Being a quality assurance person, I go and observe the classes in the university. You know what I do? I'll go and sit right at the back, so that I don't want to disturb anybody else. I'll sit right behind the class. But while observing, I have to observe the students. I have to observe how students are reacting to the lecture. But I see most of them are on the laptops doing something else. Okay, they won't be focusing. A lot of them use this AI just to come up with the homework. They'll finish it very quickly, within 10-15 minutes. They'll finish everything, close, and just go back home. And either they go to a pub or a club in the evening. So the life of the student has become very easy now. When we were students, we had to really slog a lot. We had to do a lot of homework. So that was not there. A lot of plagiarism is there. Unfortunately, the teaching faculty a lot of them are unable to detect it. Why they are unable to detect? Because they are not very well versed with the technology. This is the problem. I know one academic person. He published an article in one of the prominent journals, and he was using AI to do that, and they could not detect it because he wrote it in such a way that they cannot detect it. Okay, and it was published. So these are the concerns. Plagiarism is the biggest problem with AI. Okay, even in US and developed countries, plagiarism. You see, UK is leading with 33% of the students. So in US, 17%. US, Canada, and UK are the three countries with highest plagiarism cases, okay, in the world. Then we have problem. These students, when they are a bit careless and reckless, they just go to a lot of sites, they feed in a lot of information, the personal information, the date of birth. Sometimes they use even biometrics, to access some of the sites. And because of this, there are some concerns about surveillance and data collection. Okay, a lot of students' academic progress is online. See, when you're using the learning analytics softwares, okay, learning analytics softwares, now that information of all your students is online. God knows who is controlling that information. Okay, where is it stored? Who has got access? And these are the questions that we have. And even the students' behavioral patterns, biometric data, even their location and their internet usage, device usage, everything is online, which is going to be a problem later for the students. Okay, and see, I have a teenager in my house. My son is 14 years old, and he uses technology a lot. And I can see how these people use the technology, these youngsters. They really don't care about, they're not bothered about privacy or anything. They don't know the repercussions of using technology. So they just feed in the information just to get access into the sites. And one day it's going to haunt them. It will be like a Me Too movement. Me Too movement? Okay. Where the ladies say, oh, this guy has done something 20 years back, like that. This AI information, whatever we're feeding now, may get back to us, haunt us in another a couple of years. A lot of tools, which are low cost tools, are actually data collection tools. They disguise themselves as low cost tools, but actually they are collecting the data. A lot of us don't realize, we go for free sites, and all these free sites are actually data collecting sites. They just collect all the data, and they sell the student profiles to third parties. Okay. um, then so the third parties can use, see, for example, we are using learning analytics. uh, Behavioral data can be used by some of the companies for advertising purposes. They know, for example, in St. Peter's, how many students, what are the issues they have, what are the financial issues they have, personal issues they have, because in learning analytic softwares, you have to feed a lot of information about the personal information. So this profiling thing can create long-term issues, problems. The other one is bias and discrimination. So Google last year, they found that the AI software they're using is selecting males rather than females because of the algorithm they have used. So it even the STEM fields. Okay, in STEM areas, the AI is trying to pick and choose men or girls, sorry, boys over girls because of the algorithm. Because AI feels that the boys are more suitable for these programs rather than the girls. So there's a bias there. There can be gender bias, and see, that means AI will think that, oh, these girls are not suitable for engineering programs. Only the boys are suitable. If there is a mechanical or a factory or anything, only men can work. This sort of because of the algorithm problem. Then there are also mental and health issues. We all know this. Because they're using a lot of time, the AI. You know what? When you're using AI, what do? You always sit, right? Prolonged sitting can create a lot of health issues, and also directly looking at the screen for hours together. When compared to the previous generation, the current generation, at least 50% of the students are wearing spectacles, right? Glasses, because they're having sight problems, because they're fully focusing on the screen. And also there's a problem with social interaction. They always try to be isolated. They feel more comfortable uh, sitting alone rather than mixing with the people. I've seen the youngsters, you know what they do? When they meet face to face, they don't talk to each other. But when they come back home, they go to the rooms, they take out their phones, then they start chatting, video chatting, or text chatting, or whatever it is. They are very, very excited. For some odd reason, they don't like to talk face to face. This interaction problem this is increasing a lot in around the world. Cyberbullying is one, and performance anxiety. A lot of students have reported that online, whenever they're doing online learning, they feel a lot of anxiety. They're not very, very what do you call, assured. See, for example, a student coming and sitting in your class, they feel assured that you're there to take care of them, you're there to clarify their doubts and all. They feel the presence, and they feel calm. But whereas in online learning environment, a lot of students have expressed that they feel anxiety. They get stressed up a bit. And also, there's no difference between house and a school. Okay. Then the black box problem. This is another one. See, AI is giving you the answers. It makes the decisions. But what on based on what? The decisions are based on what? That's the biggest question. Recently, we had a meeting, online meeting, and we were discussing about AI, ethical use of AI, and all this stuff. I posed one question to the moderator. I said, "Who is determining? Who is the person who is determining the exact the function of the AI? That means AI must work like this. It should do this, do that, do that. It's not you and me. Somebody else is doing that." And they're just shoving it down our throats. They say, "Oh, you have to follow this. We are introducing AI," and they're just pushing it into educational institutions and into the society, and they expect all of us to follow that. But who exactly is making the decisions? That's a million-dollar question, you know. Is it the person, the people who have developed the algorithm, or the machine itself, or the company who is developing it? We don't know. We don't have any idea about how AI is coming to particular decisions. This is another problem. This is called the black box, explainability problem. And when you're using AI tools, there is a problem to override the assessments. AI assesses, and the faculty sometimes have to use a spectator role. There are tools which can detect plagiarism. Okay, Turnitin, Grammarly, CopyLeaks, Quillbot, Winston, and all this stuff. You know, they are there. But I want to remind you, there are AI tools which can bypass all these things. Okay, you feed the information, it can make them undetectable. Okay, most of them are paid sites, but they do that. Cannot detect. I just now I told you about one of the professors who has written an article in one good journal. Actually, he used AI, but it was not detected because he used tools which make them undetectable. See, in humanoid robots, you have Tesla, Boston Dynamics, XPeng, NVIDIA. You know, these are the four big players which I have isolated. In coming years, we have to keep an eye on them because these are going to take over a lot of our society issues. The reason you may ask me what is this information for? The information is for us as curriculum developers or academic people to know what exactly is happening in the future and try to revise or redevelop our curriculum based on the developments. Now, how can we address these ethical dilemmas? Unfortunately, we are all followers. We are not creators. Okay, we do somebody creates AI, somebody creates technology, and they just ask us to follow, and we follow. But the academic people are the only ones who can be vocal. We have to take charge and make sure that there is a course integrated into usage of AI. Companies like organizations like Globethics Globethics is really doing a wonderful job. They're making sure that ethics are integrated into the higher education. They're really fighting for that every day, which is very appreciable. So, and also making sure that there is diversity and inclusion in everything. Otherwise, the AI algorithms can be biased and they may just recruit only a particular sect of people. This is an that I just now I gave you an example. Let's say I'm running I'm running one company. It's a biosciences company. Do you know that 60% of the staff, not 60, 70% of the employees there are females? 70%. Only 30% are males. 70% are females. That reason being, I'm the one who interviews and selects them. But if I give the job to AI, trust me, AI will not select any female because AI will assume that this work can only be done by males, not by females. Okay, so we have to make sure as an academic people, we have to make sure that, see, I'm telling this to all the academic people, our job is not just coming to universities or colleges, teach and go back. No, we are the ones who shape the society. We have to remember that. And we have a huge responsibility on our shoulders. So though you're very busy with so many other things, you have to take time to make sure the right things are coming into the society. So wherever you can, you keep expressing your views and make sure that this everything is done ethically in the society. Regular monitoring of AI systems, this must be there. Of course, initially there will be some issues. I'll give you one example. Recently, in April this year, one student in California, I'm not very sure whether it's California or Florida, one student committed suicide. I think most of you would have known it. That guy was spending 6 hours a day with ChatGPT, developed by OpenAI. And he was sharing a lot of, ChatGPT became literally his companion. He was sharing a lot of things and all. And ChatGPT, with its algorithm or assessment, it determined that this fellow is useless and he has to die, that sort of thing. So it assisted in the suicide. It gave information to the student that the boy is only 16 years old. And this chat GPT gave information saying that, oh, yeah, you're correct. You need to get out of this world. And it gave suggestions as to how to die. And the person committed suicide. Now the parents are suing OpenAI for this. Okay. And even last year, there was a case in India where one of the Indian boy was using Gemini. Gemini, and Gemini is telling that boy to jump from the balcony and die. It kept on telling, and this boy refused, and Gemini was pleading him to die. So this is the dark side of the AI. So now this OpenAI says, oh, we are going to address this problem. We are going to solve. I think hopefully they'll solve it. So there must be a regular monitoring of AI systems. From time to time, they have to monitor. And employees, we need all the teachers, everyone has to be trained about these AI systems. Transparency, whatever is done should not be done behind the closed doors. AI is going to affect each and every one of us in the world. So there must be a level of transparency. How the ethics are integrated, how the decisions are made. So this is very, very important. If it's not transparent, we have to fight for the transparency. Then privacy concerns. There is a lot of copyright issues. I think you know that. Last year, a lot of writers went on a strike in United States, Hollywood especially, because they say the AI is copying all their work, and this is an privacy concerns are there. So we need to. And recently, Trump said, "Oh, there is no way we can prevent AI from copying, taking the information." Because AI models are based on collecting information. So there is a very thin line between collecting information and plagiarism or copying. No, not copying, sorry, stealing information. Human rights issues. Okay. So AI can be, based on the algorithm, AI can be a bit biased. For example, it can favor the government. Let's say you're not happy with your government, and AI can make you look like an extremist. So this is a problem, with the AI systems, and it can make you look like a criminal. Okay, so this is another one. So we have to make sure that human rights issues are also integrated into the system, and there must be a fair treatment across the platform. Also, we have to foresee the potential issues. Okay, whether these, I think most of us watch the movie Terminator by Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Especially the youngsters would know that Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator. There's a system called Skynet. Okay, I think most of you are familiar with that, Skynet. Suddenly, the Skynet takes over the whole world, the machines take over, and the humans are fighting for their survival. So this is a problem that is possible even now. So we have to look at the risk, and we have to come up with the contingency plans, how to do that. reviews from time to time. We have to do reviews and see how effective they are. If there are not, if there are problems, we need to address those problems. And also partnering with ethical providers. See, Globe Ethics is one which is very actively involved in these issues. So similar organizations must involve themselves, with this thing. So how about should we stop? Should we discourage students from using AI? I totally disagree. I'm telling this for the last few years. I said we have to encourage students to use AI. Otherwise, they will lose out in the market. They must be very, very well versed with AI, even right from the school. So, but we have to come up with a framework how to address these issues. See, for example, this is a sample framework which was developed by one of the universities, which I know. It was developed by one of my friends. So they came up with um, how to what is the percentage of you can allow. See, for example, you have Turnitin, right? Turnitin can detect the plagiarism. When I was working in Malaysia as an academic, we used to allow 25%. If Turnitin gives a report of 25% similarities, we say okay. More than 25%, we ask them to rewrite. Okay, so because 25% you can have very common words, common terminology, common jargon. So Globethics, Turnitin is a machine, so it only detects the similarity. So we allow 25%. Similarly, in AI, you need to come up with a framework, how much you can allow. So no AI, if it's more than 80%, no AI, then that means that is the original work. If it's around 55 to 80%, then you can say, yeah, it's meeting expectations. Less than 50%, then you have to uh, educate the student not to overly rely on AI tools. So something like this. This is just a framework. You can refine this, come up with better frameworks, and so I think that should be nice, very useful for you. I can share this with you later. This part of the presentation, so that be like a guide for you, how to come up with a AI framework. Never ever discourage your students not to use AI. AI is very, very, very important for the student in their future. You have to be one step ahead of the student. You have to remember that. Don't say we don't know, we don't have time. That's not an excuse. We have to be one step ahead, and we should encourage the students to use AI. But at the same time, we should be wise enough to detect AI content. Okay, the student who cannot speak proper sentence in English suddenly starts using Shakespeare in English, that means he is using AI. So this is very common sense. So as academic people, we need to be a bit wary of all these things. Okay, so I'm going to end my presentation, but before ending, I want to say something. Okay, see, we have new technologies coming up, and these technologies are uh, what do you call game changers? You can call them game changers. So in coming by 2027, they say AI is going to um, reach the level of 2026 reach the level of AGI, artificial general intelligence, that means it's equivalent to our human intelligence. But in 2027, it may reach, or 28, it may reach ASI, artificial super intelligence. That means it's more advanced, intelligent than human being. So there are so many levels in intelligence. But initially they said 2035, but now they have rescheduled the date to 2028. They say 2028 ASI is possible. And if that's the case, then there will be a major shift in higher education. And um, a lot of business models will change. I keep on telling this to the academic people. There will be a total shift in the way we operate. higher academic. See, if I'll just give you one example. Just now I was talking about blockchain technology, right? With blockchain technology, I can sit here, myself, Dr. Bhaskar, Dr. Smiley, and Dr. Kannan. 4 of us can start a university. Just 4 of us. And what we do is we take let's say, for example, we are running some program. Let's say you take finance, for example. Which universities are good at finance? London School of Economics and Harvard University. There are some. So I take 4 modules from London School of Economics, then 5 modules from University of London, then another 3-4 modules from Harvard University. Okay, something like that. And I blend it and make it into one single program. And I sell it to the students. The students enroll for the program. They know that this program is coming from LS. These particular modules are from LSE. These are from Harvard and all. And they can verify, because with blockchain technology, you can actually trace back from where it's coming exactly. Very easy to, within microseconds, they know that this program is coming from Harvard. Okay. Not only them, even the employers can know where this program is exactly coming from. So, and I can create a full-fledged program and sell it to the students. And I don't need any building for that. I can just sit in my room and offer this, make it into university. And I can run this program. So in future, this is going to be the business model. There will be new type of education that's going to evolve within a couple of years. I don't think it's going to take less than 5 years to come up with this model. Suddenly there will be huge change in the way we operate. So academic people, we have to reinvent ourselves. Okay, we have to come out of this comfort zone and no complacency. We just need to realize that a new world is opening up and we have a new role. So unless we re-educate, upskill ourselves, even the universities have to change the way they operate. They have to come up with the new ideas, the new way they operate, and then only we can sustain in the market. So I'm going to open the floor because I think there will be a lot of flood of questions coming up. Let me check the chat box whether there are any issues there. Our institution faculty also using ChatGPT in the teaching methods, yes, which is good, Bhaskar sir, which is very good. There's nothing wrong in using AI, but only thing is there's a very thin line between getting information and copying from the source. Two different things. So we have to be a little bit wary. Citations are very important. Wherever you're taking, you have to quote the source. That's very important. Then quantum AI. Yeah, quantum AI is one thing which all of us have to look for. It's going to be a game changer. Then yeah, the 16-year-old boy named Adam Rain. Yes, madam. Venkatesh Subramanian sir. Yes. Yeah, he died by suicide 2025. Yeah. This is actually this is a reported case. We don't know how many are unreported, sir. That's a problem. We don't exactly have any statistics on that. Manomani Pradeep Kumar, link to what, madam? I didn't understand. Link to the presentation or link to that information about suicide? Not sure. Okay, if AI spreads into all fields and youth lose jobs, they may turn to crime in the future. This is a big problem, madam. And also with the drugs. See, I came to India 2 years back, 2 or 3 years, almost 2.5 years back. I came to India after 25 years living abroad. I was really shocked when I came to India because the drug addiction problem, nobody is trying to address the problem, but you can get drugs everywhere, even in schools. I was really scared to join my son in Hyderabad because Hyderabad, Bangalore, and all the schools everywhere, the usage of drugs is very high. Imagine if people don't have any jobs, you know how they feel? They feel that they don't have any purpose in life. If they feel they don't have purpose in life, you know what they do? They become alcoholics or they become drug addicts. Or, in worst cases, they commit suicide. Now, Forbes has projected because of this issue there will be a flood. So advising is psychology plus master's PhD research. They think that people will go into depression. You need psychologists and all this stuff. So this is one of the issues. Yeah, which is true. This is the same question Elon Musk has been asking. He says, people, how do they feel when they don't have any job? They feel worthless, right? Imagine, let's say, after working for so many years, I lose my job and I sit at home, nobody's offering me a job. How do I feel? I feel I'm useless. I'm good for nothing. You know? This is the same feeling a lot of people will get once they lose their jobs. Yeah, need to rectify the negative impact of AI. Yes, true. Anita, ma'am. That's why, actually, I don't want to discourage people from using AI. AI is good. But the way they're trying to push AI on us, that's the thing which I didn't like. Because without doing proper due diligence research, they're just pushing everything into the society. How will AI shape the future of research? This is another question which I want to address. Just a couple of months back, madam, I forgot the name of the person. Madam, I don't remember. Um, he's not from OpenAI. I think he's from some other artificial platform. You know what he said? We don't need PhDs. The society doesn't need PhDs anymore. So he advised all the universities, please do not offer PhD programs because PhD is not required anymore, which is true. He's not lying, you know. Actually, we don't need any PhDs. AI is going to do all the research. And if you are taking for 3 to 5 years to do a particular research on a particular topic, AI can do that in a couple of minutes. The entire 5-year research, it can come up with a full-fledged research book within just a couple of minutes. And one of the two authors have used AI to write a research paper, and in the acknowledgements they mentioned that AI is one of the authors, and it was published. It was published because they acknowledged that they used AI, and AI is one of the contributors of this article. So, future of research is, that means we a lot of PhD programs, I think, will become useless in coming years. Is it possible to implement a comprehensive and multifaceted approach in ethics to entire world? Now, it is like what do you call that? The water under the bridge. Already AI models have been developed without asking anyone. Who decided? We don't know. How they decided? Also, we don't know. Now they introduced it into the world. Now we are all struggling with a lot of questions. Okay, is AI going to be safe? Is it going to harm us, or is it going to be useful for us? What if AI turns against us? Just a couple of months back, I think most of you have watched it on the internet. In China, the AI started attacking the developer. Luckily, it was tied up, and it was trying to kill the developer, you know, and the developer ran from there. So what is the guarantee that, see, I'm going to introduce AI teacher into the class, and what's the guarantee that AI doesn't strangle the student? Okay, there's no guarantee. So, but then again, we cannot just leave it like that. That's the reason why institutions like Globe Ethics are are really trying to address these issues, uh, uh, introducing ethics into the curriculum so that the curriculum itself has a trace of ethics in each and every module. What are the implications of using AI generated content in education, and how can teachers ensure academic integrity? Now, just now I have shown you, Sir Kannan sir, I have shown you a framework. Okay, so this framework was developed by friends of mine, and which is because they don't want to discourage anyone from using AI. They say students have to use AI, but what's the percentage we can allow them? That's a question mark. And they should be well versed with AI tools. And so, implications of using AI generated content, it goes back to many, many years. I'll give you an example. When first the calculators came, a lot of people they didn't want to use calculators, especially in colleges and universities. They said no calculators, no calculators, no calculators. As though it's a big issue. You cannot use calculators. You cannot use calculators. Then data came internet. Cannot use Google. Cannot use Google. Cannot use Google. Oh, this is a good. But over the years, people got used to using Google for searching, for getting information, for rewriting the things, rephrasing the things. Similarly, we use scientific calculators in the classes, in especially if you're mathematics majors or you taken mathematics as in a pre-university. So we cannot do away with using AI in education. What we have to do is how to make it meaningful. The usage must be meaningful. That's where we come into picture, academic people, how to make it useful. So as a framework like that the one which I've shown is going to really be helpful. Tangarajan sir, need more awareness to use and understand AI. Sure, sir. Really, that's true. Academic, what I observed is most of the academic people, they don't have time because they have to prepare for the classes, prepare for PowerPoint presentations, mark the papers, that take care of their own family. They don't have time for a lot of things. But whenever you have time, try out some of the things because most of the AI tools have free access. You can use them. See, just take one particular topic. Using the topic, use at least 6 to 7 different generative AIs and see which one gives you a better answer. So, get yourself familiar with all those things. Authentication of AI research. Yeah. Not audible. Authentication of AI research. Dr. Smiley, can you hear me, madam?
Yes, you are
Yes,
audible.
sir. Yes, I
Yeah.
can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. But
You
Chitra
are
madam
you are audible.
yeah. Probably I think I was covering the microphone. That's why for some time, Authentication of AI research. Gayatri madam, what exactly you mean by this authentication of AI research? Sorry, I got your point. Okay, I said AI is going to do all the research. See, madam, you know how we all do the research? We have information, a pool of information, and we pick and choose from there, right? AI does the same. Okay. Only thing for us is we have to spend a lot of time sourcing for the book, sourcing for information, going to the library or digital library, whatever it is, and reading all that content just to get 2 lines of information. Okay, we have to read pages and pages and pages for that. AI can do that, especially with quantum computing, within a fraction of a second, whatever we are doing in one day. So, it is authentic. Okay, whatever research it's going to produce is authentic, just like us. It's going to do, but within a fraction of a second. Okay, so it is authentic. Okay.
Sir, we have few questions in Q&A. Q&A
ma'am.
box, we have few
Okay. Oh, sorry.
questions.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it possible to implement a comprehensive multifaceted approach in AI ethics to the entire world? Yes, it is possible. Actually, professors, teaching faculty in developed countries are very actively participating in this, and all these AI companies are involving them. Unfortunately, in India, we are end users, because most of the companies in AI are not from India. They're from US or China or from other developed countries. So nobody is asking our opinion, right? But India is such a big country, they have to include us in all the things. So how can we um, uh, do that? Through organizations like Globe Ethics, where we voice out and they take that at a higher level to the it is possible to have a comprehensive and multifaceted approach. Okay, how will AI shape the future of research in future? As I told you, sir, madam, anonymous attendee. Thing is, um, a, uh, a, research is totally done by AI. I don't think they need people anymore to do the research, to publish papers or whatever it is. And uh, now people like the top people who are developing AI are telling that, we asked this question. So if everything is done by AI, what are we going to do? They say, oh, you can spend some better time, to take care of your family, to do farming, or to do things which AI won't be doing, that sort of thing. So, or come up with some other creative ideas where you can better use your time. So, research AI is going to do the research. Quantum AI, sir, see, every AI still has to use some sort of processing, without that, it doesn't function. It is fed information, and it works around some algorithms, that's how it works. Now, if you look at the current AI models, especially the AI machines, there's a lag. You ask a question, it takes a fraction of a second for you to get a reply, or probably 2-3 seconds even to get the reply. There's a lag. Now, when you're communicating with a AI model, that's not a problem. But when you're using AI in very dangerous situations, especially some flight journeys or train journeys or whatever it is, the information must be taken to the source within what you call 1/1 millionth of a second to avoid any accidents. That requires heavy processing power. So they're coming up with quantum computers which can process the information at more than 1,000 times more than the normal computing processes. So, and imagine AI using those processes. The minute you ask something, it will give you the answer. Okay, within a blink of an eye, you'll get the response. That's how quick it is. So this is about the quantum computing. Then even though AI are used from USA, right, China, but brain are from India only. Yeah, true. Yeah, true. You're 100% true, Balkrishna sir. But the thing is, the money is made by USA and China because our people are employees there, right? Okay, though they are the brains behind that, but the money eventually goes to them. It won't come to India. Unless we also see, when America is Tesla is developing Optimus, immediately, Xpeng came up with Iron, a different model. Then Boston Dynamics came up with Atlas. So they're all like rushing with the models. But India, I didn't see even one person coming up with this sort of models. We are all employees only. We are the brains, no doubt. But when it comes to money, we have to be the creators to get the money. AI leads to reduced human interaction, diluting the original and critical thinking of students. Yes, this is 100% correct. And there is a research stats. Actually, I didn't want to expand my presentation. That's why I did not put a lot of statistics. But they have done a research and found that the students' creative thinking and critical thinking has drastically reduced because they used AI. I can see it within my own house. My son uses AI for everything. He doesn't even think. So I ask him a question suddenly out of blue. He cannot answer. He'll be thinking because they stopped using their brain, the brain processing power. They're heavily reliant on this one. So Even the students themselves realize that. There is a survey done, and 36% of the students, they said, after using AI, we stopped thinking critically. That's the reason why we stopped using AI. So that was the response given by the students. How do you address this issue? AI should be used just to collect the information, like how we used to use Google, okay? Some of the information and do further research ourselves. Or, for example, you have a mathematical problem in the class, you use AI to find out the solution. Try to understand how exactly it breaks down the entire solution. Then learn from that and try a similar problem to increase your brain power. So even when you're using this all these apps, like for example, what is that? Kahoot or whatever apps you are using in the class for the test, try to come up with creative questions so that the students use their brain. Okay, then what are the ethical guidelines and best practices for using AI as a supportive tool in academic research and writing? Yeah, see, the biggest problem is not citing. Citations must be there. Acknowledging the source must be there. See, even when you're doing the research, eventually you will take the information from somewhere, some source, but you'll always you do the citation. But when you're using AI, sometimes a lot of people don't do that. They present the work as though it's their own, so which becomes plagiarism. Citations, we need to encourage students to cite right from the degree level. We have to tell them to do the citation. So I think that's the way you can use in academic research. And also paraphrasing, rephrasing, those are the things which we have to encourage. Otherwise, it becomes copying and pasting it here. Open. Any other questions, ma'am?
Yeah, participants, do you have any other questions? Sir, another question at Q&A.
Okay, ma'am, 1 minute. Even though AI is booming, some of the companies are going to reduce the employees. Is it correct? Yeah, see, this is a bit of the thing is employers look for profits. Employers look for profits. They're not here to serve the society or anything, right? They just come into business to make money. That is a hard fact. We have to accept that. We have no choice but to accept that. They always look into cutting the costs, making the company more profitable. So recently, one of the guys, I forgot the name of the company. I think most of you read. He removed 4,500 employees and started using AI. Which company? I don't know. Somebody can tell which company is that. Our Indian company. That guy sacked 4,500 employees. He started using AI, and his profits have shot up like anything. So that's what the businesses are for. They are not here to serve the society. Like they give a lot of lectures, but at the end of the day, it's all money. So is it ethical or not? That's a different question. But is it correct? They're not they're not responsible for giving us jobs. We have to remember that. No employer is responsible for giving out the jobs. We have to take care of our own needs, our own existence. Yeah, 12,000. Sir. Stephen sir said 12,000 employees. Yeah. Which company, sir? No, sir, I don't think TCS, sir. There's another company, sir. One guy, one Indian guy. I forgot the name of the company. He sacked 4,500 people overnight. TCS also taken out. Of course, sir. Sir, Stephen, sir. TCS, I think 12,000 is a very small number. TCS is going to sack more people. The same is going to be with the Google and so many other companies. They are going to sack people in thousands and thousands. And we are the ones who will be most affected, the Indians, because if you take the IT workforce, we are the majority in IT workforce. Okay. Infosys, madam? Gayatri, madam. Maybe. I think so, madam. Okay. So the companies are not responsible for it. We have to take care. Our students have to take care of themselves, their own existential things. Okay. Then another thing. But while asking solutions in Meta AI, we should think and ask according to our needs. Then only we are getting satisfying answers. So it's also a task. Yes, it's a task. Prompt engineering. That's why prompting is over the when you're using you should know what are the prompts you have to use to get right information. You have to keep on extending, madam, the prompts. Then you will get the correct answers. Okay, that's why first I just recently was trying something and I found that Claude is better than Gemini or ChatGPT. Maybe ChatGPT paid version. I'm using free versions. Maybe paid version might be better. I'm not very sure. Gayatri madam said it's emphasis in Mysore. Yeah. Madam, a lot of people will be sacked, madam, in coming years. All these guys. So, economy, especially, I mentioned three cities: Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Pune. These three cities are going to be affected very badly. Why some companies are employing CTS need 2,500 employees in current academic year? Yeah, sir, they will hire, sir, on need basis, but there is no guarantee that these people will be sacked in next coming 1 year. Okay, let's say they got a project from US where they need urgently 2,500 employees. They will take. Once the project is completed, they may just sack them. That's what is happening in the IT world, right? Okay, or they are now taking a lot of people who are very well versed with machine learning and all. But these people, their jobs are very temporary. Probably in another 1 or 2 years, a lot of them, even in that area, may lose their jobs. That's the reality, sir. So we are coming to the end.
Yes, sir.
I'm really thankful to all of you, sir. You're all wonderful people, and really you asked a lot of wonderful questions, and I'm really thankful to that. I'm not sure what justice I have done to the topic, but at least I think I have given some information which will be a bit useful for all of us as an academics, because I always have this feeling that some big threat is going to come to higher education. So that's why I always warn the academic people: be aware, be alert. Okay. Thank you,
Thank you.
thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words, and you have answered all the questions with patience. Thank you so much. So, on behalf of all the participants, I want to extend our heartfelt thanks to you for your outstanding session on digital ethics and technology in education during this International Faculty Development Program on ethics in higher education. Your deep dive into the ethical challenges posed by AI, such as surveillance, data collection bias, and the mental health impacts of screen fatigue was both enlightening and thought provoking. The practical strategies you shared for addressing these concerns through regular monitoring of AI systems, as well as the emphasis on training and educating educators, will undoubtedly guide us in our future. We truly appreciate the clarity and expertise you brought to such a complex topic, and we leave this session with valuable insights into incorporate into our academic practices. Thank you once again for sharing your knowledge with us and for your commitment to advancing ethical practices in education. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Joshua.
everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you. Okay, ma'am.
Rajula ma'am, 1 minute. I have posted the feedback link. Let them click and note. Dear participant, the feedback link is posted. Kindly make it fast. It will not be sent to you to your mail. It's posted. Just now I posted the not visible.
You have to select everyone.
Yes, now you can see. I think it's visible.
Yeah, it's there.
Yes, thank you. Come on, quickly click on the link and you can complete your feedback here. Rajula ma'am, the session was really wonderful.
Okay, we must thank Joshua.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you, Joshua, and thank you, Smiley. Thank you, Bhaskar sir. See you tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.
Shall I
Thank you.
close?